No. Your best bet is to assume the person in that car has some kind of radar and they are actively trying to kill you. You as a motorcyclist have to be hyper vigilant and constantly aware of what your options are going to be. Okay, so day 2. So we're in windmill country here, it looks like. I haven't seen those yet this morning. And I'm waiting where I can actually see the mountains that way. I just don't know when that will be, because I haven't even gotten out of Illinois yet. So it's Illinois, and then I'll be going into Iowa for a little bit, and then hopping into Nebraska, and then all the way through Nebraska, which is a mission. It's a big state, the direction I'm going through it. If that's the case, then I can certainly what you call it? What was I just saying? I saw a cop, realized that I was going maybe a tiny bit faster than I really would have wanted to in front of a police officer. Slowed down, completely lost my train of thought. I don't even remember. Honestly, I don't remember. That's crazy. Well, that's a quaint little town. Whew. I just want to make a comment now too about friendliness with cagers. So you guys, I don't know how often it's caught in videos and stuff like that, or how many of the videos I'll end up posting where you see me doing it, but I have this notion, this feeling that cagers are like children. I mean, humans are all fucking children. Who are we kidding? I'm not actually generalizing about cagers here, because I mean, I drive a car occasionally, which means like apparently I'm a child when I'm in the car, not on a motorcycle, which is clearly not the case. I'm a child wherever I am. But anyways, I just have this, like, you know, people are children, and in many, many ways, the best behavioral reinforcement is not anything negative. It's a positive kind of reinforcement. And so whenever I see a cager actually notice me, slow their vehicle down or stop from pulling out, or it doesn't even seem like they react, but they simply wait for me to pass when there is a pretty decent gap between me and them. Like if they're going to turn out, let's say, from this side of the road, and they're going to turn left into this lane, and I'm coming this way. Let's say the truck is where that turn sign is up there right now, right? So right here, someone can think, oh, I'll make it. No, they might, but at the same time, someone may have seen me sitting right there from way back there and will have waited until I pass. When that's the case, I wave. When a cager begins to go and then notices me and stops, I wave. I basically want to say a thank you every single time they go out of their way to actually notice me. Not because it's not their fucking job to do so. Absolutely, it's their fucking job to do so. I want them to feel really, really good about the fact that they noticed me. Not just because of their own internal kind of like reward system, and just really like to encourage the positive behavior that they're doing. So when they do something that is good, when they notice me as a biker in a way that I could totally see them not noticing me, I make sure that I wave and say thank you. I want them to think about me waving and saying thank you the next time they approach an intersection, and think about maybe not looking to see if there's a biker, right? Whereas if the only experience they ever get from bikers is when they do something fucked up, and then you get a biker who like flicks them off or honks at them and yells at them, tells them to learn how to fucking drive, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. It's like, okay, their only experience then with motorcyclists is negative. And I mean, I get sometimes it's even warranted. I don't know it's always the most productive thing to do, but I understand getting angry at these people, making a point and saying, like, you need to keep your eyes open. You need to have seen me. There is no excuse for it. But at the same time, I want them to have more positive experiences with motorcyclists because, one, that's how you get someone to try a motorcycle. And once they're on a motorcycle, they're no longer just cagers. They become more aware. I believe that fully. I think not all motorcycle drivers are good drivers, but people who drive a motorcycle and are good at what it takes to drive a motorcycle are inherently better drivers in cars as well, because it forces you to become more aware, more focused on what you're doing, and you really learn to anticipate the actions of other drivers in a way that you know, a lot of people are just reactionary. Where on a motorcycle, I've said this a million times to many people, but I truly and fundamentally believe your job on a motorcycle is to assume at every single moment that the cars you see on the road are actively trying to kill you. I'm not saying that you assume that they might make a mistake and that you might get hurt. No. Your best bet is to assume the person in that car has some kind of radar that points out exactly where you are and they are actively trying to kill you. Now, obviously that is not the case. I'm not trying to suggest that we should all be paranoid and think everybody is out to kill us. I'm just getting at the idea that you as a motorcyclist have to be hyper vigilant and constantly aware of what your options are going to be, right? Yeah, that's that. So I want everyone to be a better driver, and better drivers are ones with more experience, in my opinion, and you get cagers to have more experience about what it means to be a motorcyclist or be on a motorcycle by either having them genuinely like motorcyclists, i.e. have positive experiences with them, or maybe even get them on a bike sometime. And again, the more positive experiences they have with motorcycle and motorcyclists, the more likely they are to actually try a motorcycle, and the more likely they are to develop skills and awareness that supersedes the kind of skills that they would have developed by just driving a car. So that's my rant. So, if you guys ever see me waving, saying hello to cagers, that's usually why. See, here's a perfect opportunity. He went to pull out, he saw me, he slowed down, I waved him. He's probably going, oh, that was cool, I appreciate that. And I'm definitely glad I saw that guy so I didn't fucking kill him. Not only does it feel good about not killing me, I waved at him. There we go, positive. Alternatively, I could have flicked him off for having not looked before he started pulling out initially. But what does that get me? He's actually one of the ones that did catch his mistake long before it became an actual issue. And I want to encourage him to remember that. So I waved, and my way of saying thank you, and hopefully reinforcing the behavior that he just exhibited, or she.